The man sliced open the only tomato he had, then speared it with a knife and popped it into his mouth. Watching him savor the juicy tomato, the mother and daughter beside him couldn't help but drool. They had hoped he'd leave them half, but to their surprise, he licked every drop of juice clean. How could a tiny tomato be so irresistible? Because it was the year 2500. Global warming had melted all the glaciers at both poles, and every continent had been submerged by the sea. The survivors could only live on the water's surface. Kevin was a lone wanderer, but he had unique survival skills. He collected his own urine, poured the liquid yolk through a funnel, and repeatedly pressed it through a machine to filter it. Warm green tea began flowing through the pipes. Turning on a faucet, the green tea transformed into mineral water. Kevin lifted an antique teacup and took a sip. It tasted exactly like the original recipe, and the feeling of unlimited refreshment was amazing. There was still a hint of flavor, so he drank again. He even used some as mouthwash. He didn't want to waste it, and watered the nearby plants. Kevin's way of surviving was simple: scavenge items from the sea and trade them with others for the necessities of life. Running low on supplies, Kevin arrived at a floating sea castle, hoping to trade what he'd found for food. But the scraps of metal he offered were worthless to them, so he pulled out his most prized possession, a tightly sealed jar. The others were curious about its contents. When Kevin opened it, it turned out to be a jar full of soil. Seeing it was just dirt, the gatekeeper hurriedly ordered the castle gates opened for Kevin. In a world without land, soil was worth 1,000 times more than gold. In this future water world, some people might never see soil in their entire lives. The trader pinched a bit of the soil, tasted it, and declared it the purest soil he had ever encountered. With just this jar, Kevin traded for a massive amount of supplies and fresh water, instantly becoming the envy of everyone. Not only did beautiful women surround him, but things got even crazier. Some people even tried to marry off their daughters to him on the spot. But Kevin had no interest in women. Without a word, he tried to leave. His unusual behavior aroused suspicion, and several people tried to forcibly detain him. But just as they were about to subdue him, everyone froze in shock at the sight before them.